like you may know, my name is Savannah, and this is a new series of these videos. Now, if you've been with me for a little while, you understand that YouTube totally fucked me over and has been deleting my various videos late last year, early this year. And it's taken me a long time to get around to redoing these videos. So I don't blame you for being a little bit testy when you look at this course content right now and you're like, where's the fucking videos? Like, they haven't been there. Totally got it. But I'm still going to keep the core exercises the same. Some of you think that I should add a whole bunch more literature to this course, but there's so many other writers out there that are professional writers and they write extremely well in this niche. So what I'm saying is that if you really want to dig into the books, then I can recommend, and I have recommended, books that you can go and read. In fact, I gave you a lot of books when you first joined this course to save yourself a little bit of money. Otherwise, I consider this an experiential course. This course is about hands-on. It means that I'm going to give you an exercise and I want you to do it for a reason. The reason is that, firstly, you're going to try and dive through this course, some of you, I should say, dive through this course looking for that golden ticket that's going to give you that direct uplink to the world of demons. So Lucifer will open his arms and say, wow, you're here finally. Let me help you with whatever wish you want me to give to you. And I can't say that never happens, but it happens so rare that I wouldn't even say that it'll happen to you. Assume that it won't. When that has happened, it's normally some person that's just cracked out of an egg and knows nothing about it, done the exercise for the first time, and they have this crazy experience. I can't even explain it. That didn't happen for me like that, let me tell you. I've had to work for this. So when I give you these exercises, rather than challenging me and saying, oh gosh, well, I've been working with the Goetia for so many years and I already know how to connect with a demon, my answer to you is, what the hell are you doing here then? Like, if you're already connecting to the demons and you're already doing all of this, then why are you here? I'm teaching you my method, so I need you to do the work. And that means, like, for example, the first activity, I'm going to tell you to research the demons. I'm going to tell you to research male and female demons, knowing that, and my belief is, that demons are really unisex. They're sexless. But everyone will connect to the energy as either a masculine energy or a feminine energy. We identify the energy the way that we're used to identifying energies of real people. That's the only way we can interpret our world. We're not that complex right now to create, and I don't want to get too whimsical and mystical. I want to keep it real as what we can keep it when we're talking about connecting to demons, okay? So you can read between the lines there for those who want to be a little bit cheeky, but I want you to do the exercises. So if you do the exercises at the end of this course, I do expect that you're going to have some type of spiritual connection. I don't know what type. It's going to matter on so many different factors. How long you've been doing it for, how sensitive you are, which sense of yours opens up first, which demon connects to you, which demon wants to connect to you. So many different factors. So that's what you can expect from this course. And of course, what I'm doing is really giving you the tools for you then to go forth and become a specialist yourself, to develop these tools, to use them as a gateway towards something else, if you like. But don't have this expectation that not only are you going to be able to work with a demon, be able to hear it, it respond to you, and then you receive whatever you've written down on a petition by the end of this course. If that was happening, and I can guarantee that, I'd be charging you $50,000 maybe for this course, $100,000, $1 million. If I can guarantee you eternal life and $1 billion in your bank account, what would that be worth? Do you know what I mean? So let's be realistic about the expectations from the get-go. Secondly, what do I expect from you? Apart from the exercises, I do expect you right now to really decide how much effort do you want to put into this. Are you just going to watch these videos and think that's too easy and not actually try it and then get frustrated? Or what I suggest you do is you open up a diary right now and actually allocate some time right now that you're at least going to spend practicing your spirituality. So if that's every morning for you, remember Lucifer's the morning star. He has a morning energy, especially first thing in dawn. Maybe you want to say, whatever time dawn is for you, that you get up 15 minutes before and that you do 15 minutes of exercises maybe 3 times a week. Or maybe if you're a nighttime person, you want to do either the witching hour or maybe the demonic hour, 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock to do your exercises. And I suggest at least 3 times a week if you really want to have the benefit, okay? The format for this course right now, I am going to keep the formatting and everything super simple here. I'm going to be sending you via email my latest videos, and I plan to do that every single week, at least for the next 8 weeks. And if I feel like giving you bonus material or additional videos, I'll do that. But I think I can cut it like in about 8 weeks for you. I'm going to email them to you, and then I'm going to, of course, put the videos back onto this website in a week-by-week way. So that'll be the formatting. In terms of contacting me and me answering questions, now that I've got this year is nearly over, I'm still in 2018, this is December 28th right now. Next year, every Friday is completely devoted to this course, to content, to different things around this course, and to answering comments that are put under the lessons. So if you do want me to respond to you, you have to put via email, put your student number, working with demon student, whatever your student number is, and a question. Just realize that I'm not going to come back to it for about a week. So let's talk about the tools that you may need for this course. I've already given you some books, but it's not necessary because I'm going to talk you through what you need to do week by week. In Satanism or Luciferianism, in rituals, in the occult or the left-hand path, the candle color you're going to use is typically black candles. Use black and then red candles as well. Black and red candles are the normal color. But if you're more into witchcraft, you're going to expand that and probably have a whole bunch of candles in different colors as well. Some of the demons in popular writings like various colors as well. So if you can afford it, then of course you can get whatever you want. Candles are probably one of the more important tools if you need to spend money on something, because we're supposed to work by candlelight when we're doing this level of ritual. We don't want the interference of electricals or lighting when it comes to this level of ritual. If you are outside, the moonlight is the perfect lighting for this. So if you had to buy something, it would be candles. The next thing is the incense. Now for me, I like to use vervain, because I like to contact Lucifer with that. However, I also use sandalwood. I use frankincense as well. And you'll develop basically a scent that really to you helps you connect with a certain energy, and you're going to discover and refine that as you go along in this course. But to begin with, you're just going to want some level of incense to basically perfume your area. If you like, optional, you can have oils to dress your candles with. That's not necessary. It's only if you want to, okay, but it's not necessary at all. Depending on what your altar is, you might want a black altar cloth, or I use that Baphomet altar cloth sometimes. That is very much optional. Other tools such as an atame, your chalice, an offering plate, a pendulum, all of these type of things, even a scrying mirror, all of these things can be actually found in different tools around the home. You don't have to buy them for this course, unless in the ceremonial magic part, or basically my second method, you might want to use a black mirror. I'm going to show you a black mirror that I actually use, and you don't have to have it. Really, you just need a reflective surface. I'm just going to have a little drink. I'm going to keep it real in this course, no fancy stuff. So that's really, you're going to need your Book of Shadows, of course. Somebody asked, you know, what if I do research, do I tell you about the research, or do I write it myself? The idea when you're doing research, or you're discovering all of these great things about the demons you're working with, you're going to write them down in your own Book of Shadows. So whether it's an electronic Book of Shadows or a hard copy version, that's totally up to you. What I will say is, though, when you're working in dim lighting, the last thing you really want is the disturbance of your laptop or iPad or phone open to take notes. Unless you've got, like, probably, you know, if you have a dictation device, that could be cool. But generally when you're in a ritual, it's really good just to open a Book of Shadows and scribble down some notes. And don't get too fussy with these things. I like to actually get quite, this is a smaller one I use for prayers, but my bigger Book of Shadows, it's very much a very messy work in progress at all times. When I change rituals, when I change words, I scribble things out, I write things over the top. It's very much a hands-on working book, and I encourage you to do the same, because everyone's getting really neat and tidy with these Book of Shadows, and it's really not about that. The ancient Book of Shadows, when you look at the Greek proprieties and things like that, it's very hard to read because there's scribbles about all different spells and stuff just everywhere. And that is basically a version that's been cleaned up. And that's really the way my Book of Shadow is. It is a little bit of a hot mess, and it makes sense to me, but it is a working Book of Shadows. So I encourage you, if you don't get fancy with something like that, at least have a notebook that you can scribble on, and then keep those notes in a, I don't know, plastic folder or some other book you stick them into later. But I like handwritten notes. And if you do write in a Book of Shadows, make sure that you write in there with large font, because when you are in dim lighting, to refer back to these notes at a later time, if you're too neat and precise, you're not going to be able to read it, especially if you're an old bitch like me. You're going to need your glasses. So, of course, now in the first method I'll teach you, I call it aluminium foil. You call it aluminum foil here in the USA. You're going to need some of that because that's the main tool for this first lesson. So go grab yourself, 5 meters, 10 meters of that. You can convert it to feet. You probably want a lancet as well. A lancet's going to help you draw blood. And blood is something that you can't buy, but it's certainly something that you can give, and I want you to give it. So if you can go and get all of those tools, you're basically ready to start the first lesson. So don't forget, every Friday I'm going to be here answering your questions if you have any. If not, just kick on. And I want to thank you once again, the ones that have been waiting for this. Thank you for being patient with me. And I will spend some extra time talking about my own personal experience as well, just for this course only. And yeah, let's get started. Blessed Beast.